According to the Los Angeles Times, pop star Michael Jackson died this afternoon.
Now on to one of our other big stories. The king of pop has died.
Multiple media outlets are now reporting that pop singer Michael Jackson has died.
It was a quiet afternoon on June 25th, 2009, when the world was shaken by the sudden and tragic death of Michael Jackson, the king of pop. The official cause of death was ruled as an overdose of the powerful anesthetic propofol, administered by his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray. But was it really just a tragic accident, or was there something more sinister at play? To this day, fans and conspiracy theorists alike believe that Michael Jackson's death was no accident. It was murder. Let's rewind and piece together the events of that fateful day and the days leading up to it to uncover the chilling truth behind the demise of one of the greatest entertainers the world has ever known. Just 24 hours before his death, Michael Jackson was alive and full of energy, rehearsing for his highly anticipated This Is It concert series. The shows were set to take place at London's O2 Arena in July 2009. For Michael, this was more than just a comeback. It was a chance to reclaim his throne as the king of pop after years of being away from the spotlight. The last time he had performed was in 2001, and the world was eager to see him back on stage. But behind the scenes, Michael was battling demons. Years of physical pain, emotional turmoil, and the relentless pressure of fame had taken a toll on him. He suffered from chronic insomnia, a condition that left him unable to sleep without the aid of powerful sedatives. This reliance on medication would ultimately play a pivotal role in his tragic end. On the night of June 24th, 2009, Michael returned to his rented mansion at 100 North Carrollwood Drive in Los Angeles after a grueling rehearsal session. Exhausted but unable to sleep, he turned to his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, for help. Murray had been hired specifically to monitor Michael's health during the This Is It tour, and his primary task was to help the star manage his insomnia. Michael's insomnia was no ordinary condition. It was so severe that he often resorted to a cocktail of sedatives and anesthetics to find even a few hours of rest. One of these drugs was propofol, a powerful anesthetic typically used in surgical procedures. Michael referred to it as his milk because of its milky white appearance. But propofol is not a sleeping aid. It's a drug that induces a state of unconsciousness, and its misuse can be deadly. In the early hours of June 25th, Dr. Murray administered a series of sedatives to Michael in an attempt to help him sleep. When those failed, he finally gave in to Michael's pleas and administered propofol. But something went terribly wrong. The dose was too high, and Michael slipped into a deep, irreversible coma. What happened next is shrouded in mystery. Instead of immediately calling 911, Dr. Murray waited nearly an hour before seeking help. During that critical window, he allegedly tried to conceal evidence, including vials of medication and medical equipment. When paramedics finally arrived, they found Michael unresponsive, with no pulse or signs of life. Despite their efforts to revive him, he was pronounced dead at 2:26 p.m. at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. Michael Jackson's death sent shockwaves around the world, but it also sparked a wave of conspiracy theories. Many believe that his death was not an accident, but a carefully orchestrated murder. Here's why. The missing medical equipment. Propofol is a drug that requires constant monitoring. Yet, there were no essential medical devices in Michael's room, such as a pulse oximeter or an EKG machine, to track his vital signs. This raises questions about Dr. Murray's intentions. Was he negligent, or was he following orders from someone else? The delayed 911 call. Dr. Murray waited far too long to call for help. Some believe this delay was intentional, designed to ensure that Michael could not be revived. The financial motive. At the time of his death, Michael was deeply in debt. His This Is It concerts were seen as a way to pay off his massive financial obligations, but if Michael had died, his estate would have been worth billions thanks to the surge in sales of his music and memorabilia. Was someone banking on his death? The role of AEG Live. The concert promoter, AEG Live, had a lot riding on the This Is It tour. Some speculate that they pressured Michael to push himself beyond his limits, knowing he was in poor health. Did they have a hand in his demise? In 2011, Dr. Conrad Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 4 years in prison. However, many felt that the punishment did not fit the crime. Murray served only 2 years before being released, and to this day, Michael's family and fans believe that he was merely a scapegoat for a larger conspiracy. Michael Jackson's death remains one of the most controversial and tragic events in music history. His life was a roller coaster of unparalleled success, personal struggles, and relentless scrutiny. From his groundbreaking music and iconic dance moves to his eccentric lifestyle and legal battles, Michael was a man who lived under the microscope. But beneath the glitz and glamour was a deeply troubled soul. His childhood was marred by abuse at the hands of his father, Joe Jackson, and accusations, lawsuits, and health issues plagued his adult life. Despite it all, Michael remained a beacon of hope and inspiration to millions around the world. As we reflect on Michael Jackson's life and death, one question lingers. Was his death truly an accident, or was it the result of a sinister plot? The truth may never be known, but one thing is certain. Michael Jackson's legacy will live on forever. What do you think? Was Michael Jackson's death a tragic accident, or was there more to the story? Let us know in the comments below.